Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Friday. I always like to start off with that. It is Friday, May 16th, just after 7 a.m. to be exact. Welcome to the weather spot. So, we have several severe weather outlooks to get through. So, here's the bottom line. Depending where you are, things are very different for you over the next few days. If you're out in central Kansas, a little bit east central Kansas, I think your day to watch is Sunday evening for sure. Severe weather taking shape out there. At least all the ingredients are in your neighborhood. We'll be watching that. So move over here to state line, towards state line, and into west central Missouri. Your day is Monday afternoon and evening. That's when things come together for you. So all of us are going to be dealing with showers, and most of us are going to be dealing with thunderstorms at some point between now and Tuesday. It's just going to be a question of where you are. Not all of us are going to see the same thing at the same time. That's for sure. All of us, though, by Wednesday are going to pick up significant rainfall, and I'm definitely talking about the Missouri counties on that one a little bit more than everywhere else. And so, let's start off looking at today. First of all, some people are starting their day with some thunderstorms already, but they're not really in our area. I'm looking down here, northeast Arkansas, and the very, very boot heel of Missouri, pretty much. But as I'm looking around on radar, I brought this up and went ahead and pulled in metadata from the airport in Harrisonville, and where the temperature is 55 degrees right now, the dew point is 50. So that's the way of it kind of around the area right now. That's why we're getting these little returns on radar. So we may get some very light drizzle, may get some sprinkles out there this morning. I don't know if they're reaching the surface though. I'd say probably not. But it's possible because that temp and that dew point are so close together. That's why we're seeing that. So, you may get a few raindrops this morning. Not for sure. Let's take a look at today, however. Here's severe weather outlook for today. Most of us, Kansas, not talking about you. Some counties of west central Missouri are in the general thunderstorms. I don't think anything too much is going to happen in the way of thunderstorms for us, most of us today. To understand that, let's go ahead and flip over to model data for today, which is going to look like this. I'm just going to show you that throughout the day today, little bit of stuff picks up where in northeast Arkansas and south central Missouri, going through the afternoon hours, going through the evening. Yeah, pretty much staying out of our area. So I think nothing really happens precipitation wise for us until Saturday. So let's see where we are here. This is Saturday night. This is about midnight when the first wave of something comes through. This isn't too much. Looks to start over around the Wichita area, comes through. So this is what? This is about 11 p.m. Saturday night. So I think we're dry all the way from now until Saturday, late Saturday night. And Sunday is the day that we're going to feel a situational change. We'll put it that way. Changing everything around the region for sure. So let's pick this up and start to talk about Sunday, which I'm skipping Saturday. We get to skip Saturday. Saturday is a nice day. Like I say, stays dry until the evening. Let me back up one image here. Here's the severe weather outlook for Sunday, May 18th. So an enhanced risk area has already been put over most of central Kansas, leaning now into east central Kansas. That'll be a 3 out of 5 there in the orange. 2 out of 5 is the yellow on the severe weather scale. So all the threats come together, all the ingredients rather, are over here in central Kansas for Sunday afternoon and evening. As things move east, I'm looking for some of those ingredients to drop off. So for example, we still have CAPE, but shear and the forcing, which forcing gives us the lifting element, right? They're stronger out here in central Kansas. So we don't quite have all the ingredients, is the best way that I can explain that as things move east. We have some of them. So we do need to be on the lookout for robust storms. I mean, we're still 2 out of 5. If you're over here in Missouri, west central Missouri, so we could have anything from strong, robust storms. We could have severe storms, not out of the question with even one ingredient present, but probably strong storms, or it could be dissipated out just to rainfall. So that's kind of Sunday. That's why I say Sunday is conditional, and depending where you are. So if you're in Kansas, I think Sunday is your day. SPC has put out a probability of severe weather going up now, as you can see, into the hatched area, greater than 10%, 30 to 44 in the red, just to be a bit more specific there. So those are indicative of strong cells, right? So these are going to be strong to possibly supercell, small discrete cells. And when those guys get together in an environment like that, they can go for a long time. They can track a while. So great big area there to be concerned with. Then we get to skip over to Monday. Let me put up this image here to kind of show Monday's threat because this is just massive over the whole area. So for Monday afternoon and evening, I'm looking for storms to originate down here in northeast Oklahoma, traveling northeast. And so that's going to pick up south central and southeast Kansas. This is the area that I'm watching the most for Monday. I think that southeast, south central Kansas, I think that as far as our forecast area goes, this is what I'm paying attention to on Monday. Things are going to travel off northeast, so we'll be paying attention to west central Missouri as well. But again, the threat is the same. It's those small, discrete supercells, and they bring everything from large hail, very large hail, possible with this particular structure, strong damaging winds, and we will have a low end tornado threat with these as well. And so that's why I say here we go, Missouri side and southeast Kansas. I think Monday is when we're going to be watching. Here's a particular radar image that may take shape for Monday evening. So, like I say, things have originated probably down here in northeast Oklahoma, taken off to the northeast, probably picking up several cells along central Kansas, southeast Kansas as well. So, really, this entire area, prime for those big supercells on Monday evening. Tuesday, we just don't have enough information. I'm going to go ahead and put up the severe weather outlook. We need a lot more information, like what happens Monday. That's what I'm going to be paying attention to. Tuesday, there's a cold front that's going to come through. That's that forcing. And so it does happen. But when does it happen? If it comes through earlier in the day before things heat up, it's just a cold front. We're going to get some rain. If it comes through in the afternoon, once we've had some heating, the atmosphere can recharge. That's a little more concerning. How much can things restart, regrow, regenerate after Monday? So we really just don't know. So Tuesday, I think we get rain showers for sure, but if the right ingredients come together again, we could be looking at something similar to what we had on Monday. So that we'll just talk about later. Here's rainfall totals. Look how much these have come up. So these are potentials, and these are hard to do, right? Because you've seen how many possible thunderstorms are over one area. You can go a few miles south, and they're just going to get showers, right? So if you're under a thunderstorm, you stand to pick up possibly 2 inches of rain that your neighbors down to the south didn't get. So makes this kind of tricky. But overall probabilities, I'm seeing up around Kansas City 3.5 inches. Coming down into Cass County, 3.34 inches by Wednesday. I'm scooting this all the way out to Wednesday to see what we might pick up. Geez, we go over into Johnson County. We go over into Henry County down to St. Clair, possibly topping out around the 4-inch mark come Wednesday. 3.97 for you in Nevada. Looking over to the Kansas side, a little bit easier on you guys. Still 3.5 down around Fort Scott, but as we get out towards Wichita, maybe 2 inches. So the bulk of our precipitation landing here in this dark red central Missouri looks like to me for sure. Let's talk about temperatures. That's an element in this, right? In severe weather season, we're always talking about temperature. So throughout this period, I'm seeing 80s, with possible exception being just a slight cool down on Saturday, which has a high of 79. Overnight lows hanging out in the 50s. Sunday 81, Monday 83. These are Butler numbers. Yours may be a little bit different. Look what happens on the backside of all this, though. Significant cool down coming our way. Looking to be Wednesday of next week. So that is everything I have for you this morning. Like I say, keep it here with me. We'll be walking through it one step at a time. It's just going to be different depending where you are. It's dry until Saturday night, looks like to me. And then Sunday, we need to start paying attention out in Kansas, and we'll do it. All right. It is Friday once again. Have an awesome day. I will catch you back next time.